yeah, so I told the viewers I would have to do animated films that aren't Disney. Honestly, I don't know how they feel about that because, well, I'm recording this the same day and. Oh, hello! That was not supposed to happen. So, go back over here, Quasi. Stay. So, last week we dived into the top 10 Disney animated movies. But I was thinking, well, what about animated movies that aren't from Disney? Stuff from like DreamWorks or MGM, or Warner Brothers, or anything else really. Again, I decided not to do anime because I could have done other stuff for this, but I didn't. So it's just live action, and I have the thing upside down. So, yeah, again, I have to preface this. This is my personal list. And this one I actually did include at least one sequel because it's my list. So, that's it. So, starting off at number 10 will be The Swan Princess. Yes, this was an attempt by another studio that doesn't say Nest Entertainment Inc. to try to copy Disney. Because back in the day, they tried to copy with the princess and the saving stuff this and movies like Anastasia and what was it called? They had the blind guy. The tip of my tongue. Not Black Cauldron. It was a girl and a blind guy and it was like two dragons. The Stars critic reviewed it and he didn't like it. I forgot what it was called. But it was one of those. That was one of them they tried to do. This was a big Disney. It's taking the story of Swan Lake and making an animated film where Princess Odette, is kidnapped by an evil sorcerer named Rothbart. Rothbart, that's his name. And he puts a curse on her that every night she will turn into a swan. But also, if she tries to leave during the day, I think is what they established, she also turns into a swan. So, yeah. As well as she can talk normal in there, no one else can hear her but the other animals. Yeah, and so Derek has to rescue her. It's a pretty fun film. I revisited this a couple years ago. It was fun to go back and watch. Yeah, grew up with it. Okay, Quasi, we gotta talk. Because, man, I went out to the street, and I was playing dice with my homeboys, right? But they got mad. They got mad because I called them my homeboys, but also because the dice, they kept landing on the same number, and I kept winning. And that's what I realized. You gave me loaded dice? Number 9 is The Road to El Dorado, a movie that people might think is a Disney movie because it has the songs from Elton John and Tim Rice, who was like the Lion King guys. So yeah. But yeah, it's two guys who find the lost city of El Dorado and are portrayed as gods, and it's tough to be a god. But yeah, DreamWorks coming through. It's not the only DreamWorks movie on here, but it is. I had to take another one off to put as a honorable mention, but yeah. Number 8 is a childhood favorite. All dogs go to heaven. Yes, sir. Not the second one. I haven't watched that in years. I bought this and I've literally only watched the first one. I've seen the second one. Back when it came out, we rented the VHS. And I remember being fine. But it's one of those where, the first one was really dark, so let's lighten up the second one. Like Secret of the Name 2. You know. Sort of thing. They did it with Ghostbusters. They did it all the time. The first one was too dark. Let's just lighten it up. And that's what it was. But yeah, the original, fantastic. You know, Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, you know, two of the best out there. And, I like Scarface, or Carface right there. You know, all dogs go to heaven. He does not. I'm a dog. Number 7 is a movie which I had the soundtrack on cassette tape. Listened to it constantly. I watched the show. It's based off of a TV show. Watched it constantly. It is Rugrats, the movie. Yes. It is a continuation of a plot point that was actually, they actually had a cartoon character say, "Hey, I'm pregnant." And the kids had to be like, "What?" I mean, they did it before this Bobby's World, but still. And the movie has her giving birth. Sort of. You don't see it. It's like lights or something, whatever it is. But yes, and the soundtrack is legendary. This world is something new to me. And I know that people are like, the second one is better. Who let the dog out? Who cares? I remember when my son and I watched these movies, watched the second one, and I'm grooving to that song. And then you get to the lyric where it goes, "Put a woman in front and a man behind, and who will shut down?" I'm like, oh. They just let us listen to this when we were kids. It's not about dogs. But anyway, back to the first one, which I think is the best. I reviewed this a couple years ago for Birth Month. It's great. Speaking of movies I reviewed for Birth Month, probably all of these at some point. Ferngully, The Last Rainforest. I just did a revisited on this recently for the recent Birth Month. This is still great. Oh, gravity works. I felt it falling, so gravity works. Had to go with it. Wasn't planned, just had to go with it. Yeah. Maggie? Haven't watched the second one yet. I have the double feature. I plan on doing the sequel. It's just, this is a classic. As is the next one, number 5. To the Land Before Time movie, and I've said this before. I didn't realize it was so short until I bought the Blu-ray and put it in. This movie is only an hour and 9 minutes long. I remember I bought this from Walmart. I put it in. I was watching it. Put it right away. I was watching it. And before I knew it, it was over. I'm like, really? There's more to it. And I must say, it looks fantastic in HD. It is great. Yeah, I gotta tell you, this movie is great. Number 4. There are no cats in America, and the streets are paved with cheese. There are no cats in America. Wait, that's the first one. Never mind that one. It's not that one. Way out west, there's a girl you left behind. American Tail, FIFO Goes West, which I like more than the first one. Ignore what I said. Yeah, again, looks great in HD. It does. Jimmy Stewart's last role. By Simon Wells and Phil Niblink. There's always a criticism of, he gets separated again. Yeah, but it doesn't last that long. The whole first movie he's separated from. This one, it doesn't last long. You reunite with them pretty quick. I like Cat Orwell as a villain better than the first one. From the first one. It's so simple. He just wants to eat the mice. Eat the mice. That's it. just lunch. That's all he wants. The cat just wants lunch. That's it. Number 3 is going to teach you a very valuable lesson. That ogres are like onions. They have layers. Oh, layers. Now everybody love onions. About cakes. Everybody love cakes. Cakes have layers. It's Shrek. Oh, it's a Shrek. He looks like Shrek, huh? It's Shrek. Yes, what can I say about Shrek? One of my favorites growing up. Chris Farley was supposed to play the role. Went to his buddy Mike Myers, who recorded his voice and said that I didn't think it was working, so he recorded with a Scottish accent. And it works, oddly enough. Although, I would like to just use his sound bites. Donkey! Move! No! I would love one of those in this. But, yeah. Number 2 would probably be people's number 1. But it's Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Yes. One of the best animated superhero movies ever made, if not the best. Some would argue one of my honorable mentions would be on that list, but we'll get to it. But, yeah, I remember... I didn't see it in theaters, per se. But I rented it. I remember renting this VHS and putting it in and just enjoying this. And then years later, finally when I released this sucker on DVD, I bought it. I haven't watched the Blu-ray yet. I might need to. But it's... You get a little bit more origin of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. You get a backstory. Watching this as an adult, it's painfully obvious who the bad guy is. They're really pointing it at someone else a couple times, but it's very obvious who Phantasm is. Was it kind of disappointing at first? Oh, especially when you're a kid, you're like, spoiler alert for this movie. It's a girl. I mean, you had Catwoman and Poison Ivy as female villains, but I don't know. It tricks you. It does. It tricks you. All right. Before I get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. We have Jimmy Neutron, Toy Genius. I saw it from Dexter, by the way. Chicken Run. This was the one I was talking about. I want to have it on the list, but I suggest you check it out. Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, which is the one I was talking about. People would say, or Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. Excuse me. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker is just what I thought people would say. Is in that case is the better one. And I don't have a Blu-ray version of this since I got the Batman Beyond Blu-ray set. So, roll back the rock to the done the time and sing this song with me. Weird Back, not weird. Weird Back. Also by Phil Nibbling and Simon Wells, who did 2 more. Ralph Zundag and Dick Zundag brothers, I guess. I mean, that's why I like it so much. It's close. Reminds me of. That's why I think you're. That's why I always thought it was a Don Bluth movie, because it's copying that style. They took American Tail and okay. Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie, not the other one that came out. That one's fine, but this is the one you want to watch. I kind of want to sing a song. Oh, I know. How about Cad Mom is a big fat stupid bitch in A minor? Well, no. It's South Park, bigger, longer, uncut. I had to put this in there. It was almost in my top 10, but I'm like, put it in there. I also want to put an honorable mention of Beavis Bad to America. I don't have a physical copy. I have it on digital. But Hot Wheels World Race. Yep. We rented this for my brother, and I ended up liking it, so I bought it. Tiny Toons, How I Spent My Vacation. I revisited this a couple years ago and thought it was still fine. It has its issues, but it's fine. I'll put it in here. It's something I grew up with. Once Upon a Forest. Teen Titans Go to the Movies. So sue me. I like it. And finally, it is the Angry Birds movie. Yes. Those are my honorable mentions. And finally, we get to number 1. And if you know me, you know what it is. I have thrown those things together. Don Bluth. Animated, of course. It's the list. MGM Goldcrest Pictures presents Rockadoodle. Digga-digga-digga-digga-do-do. Yes, the story of Chanticleer, a movie Disney was never able to make. MGM, Universal, and Goldcrest said, hey, we'll do it. This is 20th Century Fox, actually. We'll do it because Fox owned MGM. MGM is now owned by Amazon. But yes, this is a timeless classic for me. Love it. Love it. Love this movie. Music. I'll find myself, like I said in the video, I usually like to sing Disney songs. Sometimes I'll start singing these ones. I want to rock, a doodle doo. I want to rock till the day is through. I want to rock, sun do shine. You better shine. Yeah. I got that treasure hunting fever. Yeah. I sing those songs all the time. I really do. Yeah, I love this movie. Murray. Who's Murray? Etu patu. They're running out the batteries. No batteries. A little kitty. I just wish I knew to tie my shoes. Chanticleer, you gotta crow and you gotta crow. Now, I thought that said Gary Coleman. It's Gary Goldman. It's not Gary Coleman, and it's not Gary Oldman. It's Gary Goldman. They fused together. What you talking about, man? What you talking about, Harry Potter? So there it is. That is my top 10. I'm stupid. I know. So what are your thoughts on this top 10? Let me know. Comment so much. Like, share, and subscribe. And next week, I feel like we need to go back to Disney one more time. This time to talk about the live action movies. So, thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.